Opportunity Centre has been opened at the Joburg Fresh Produce Market in City Deep. The centre will be providing advice, coaching and workshops on topics including starting up and running your own business, tax compliance and marketing. But to tell us more, we chat to DA caucus leader, that's Leah Knott. Ms. Knott, thank you so much for your time and good morning to you. Quite a supportive program here for entrepreneurs. Take us through it.
Yes, it was actually a concept that we developed in 2017, what we wanted to do really was give support to SMMEs that were starting, and not really just start a business and there you go. It's actually very difficult to start and sustain a business, and a lot of these SMMEs were reliant on government for tenders and work, which is really unsustainable in the long run. So what we wanted to do was essentially provide them with a base where they could get support right from business concept to feasibility studies to marketing plans. SARS is one of the partners there, so is the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants, amongst many others, who provide services to these small businesses so that they are, they can prove successful within the first 3 years after getting off the ground. So that was something we started launching them in 2018, and we did a number of them which were highly successful. And we were basically monitoring what assistance they were getting as opposed to the numbers that were walking through the door, because it's very easy to get numbers through the door. Yeah. But it's not easy to show what you've actually given them, when they've done that. So we're very glad now, there's obviously a new administration in Johannesburg, but I'm very happy to see that these opportunity centres are continuing, because the Joburg Fresh Produce Market was the next one on our list, which was budgeted for. And we wanted it to happen in conjunction with the upgrades to the Mandela Market, which is the people's markets that operates on that premises. Right. In order to give these, fresh produce traders and distributors a fighting chance to actually, increase their mark in the sector.
I want to just jump in there and just share with you how I find, your angle of support quite interesting, because I think most times the cliche way of giving support to entrepreneurs within SMMEs is through funding. But I get a sense that you're saying that if you have the funding, but you don't have the tools to use that funding appropriately, knowing your tax compliance, having the right skills, the funding might just not reach its objective.
Well, absolutely. We can look at a number of small companies, and they tend to fail within the first 3 years. They might get a job or two here and there, but we've seen with a number of government projects, a lot of these SMMEs can't actually complete the projects, and they end up doing themselves more reputational damage than anything else. So what you really want to do is not only, allow them entry into the government sector of projects in that sense, but you want to allow them to make their mark in the private sector, which makes them independent. And give them that support, in order to be able to sustain their business and be able to rely on themselves, and also become a little bit more confident in going out and getting their own business, and eventually not being, having to rely on grants to sustain their model.
All right, well, we'll leave it there, but thank you so much, Ms. Leah Knott, for joining us, DA caucus leader in the city of Johannesburg.